Um, so again, good afternoon, everyone. I am Anabella Doctor, currently taking Doctor of Information Technology at De La Salle University, Dasmariñas campus. And currently, I am both affiliated at Cavite State University Imus campus and University of Santo Tomas, Manila campus. My field of expertise are aligned with software development, software QA, software engineering, and I also finished three research project which is funded by which was funded by the national government and private institution. Um, Today, I am going to present my research entitled with data mining, uh, the application of data mining in predicting students' probability of passing semestral course using decision tree algorithm through utilization of academic information system. So in this study, there are four problems that has been identified and to be addressed. The first one is failing of student course at the end of the semester, late intervention of faculty with their students regarding with the class performances, which also one of the reason why students failed in their course. They currently enrolled, increasing the number of dropouts, especially in times of pandemic. And one is no early indicators for faculty to improve or change. Currently, the higher is of every semester, and the outcome of it will be given to the faculty at the end of the semester also. And because of that, the time for the faculty to adjust towards her or his students are very late. Okay, so education is very important aspect regarding the development of the country, and the main objective of the higher education institution are to present quality education, to provide quality education to its students. Now, one way to accomplish the higher level of quality in educational institution um, is to adapt and implemented an integrated academic information system. So to produce the high quality and relevant data used by school administrators primarily to monitor their students' class performances, data mining scheme will be needed. So actually, data mining is the analysis step of the knowledge discovery through database processes. Now, it is a process of analyzing data from different perspective and summarize those data into more meaningful and useful information that both help for the educational institutions administrator, students, and faculty to uplift the quality of learning they provide for their students. So having using the data mining techniques in any educational institution's data provides a great gain or advantage and deep knowledge which help the administration to enhance their assessment evaluation, planning, and decision making towards their educational program, especially in the future. Okay? Now, the objectives of this study is actually to develop an appropriate model prediction, prediction of, to develop an appropriate model to predict the probabilities of the students to pass their subject taken currently enrolled at the time frame of prelim and midterm period through the use of mining techniques. So another objective of this study is to have a model, okay, to produce a model that can be helpful to any educational institutions, faculty, administrators to improve the process of imparting knowledge and improve their student academic performance. The third objectives is to early detect, right? To have a model that will early detect student status, which make teachers to have more time in preparing interventions appropriate to the learner's needs whom needed to be addressed and improved. As we all know that in every learners, they have a different way of they have different way of accepting and dealing with the way in terms of their characters, in terms of many other things within the classroom. Then the fourth objective of this study is to the early prediction of students' probability to pass the subject by taking analysis academic performances per course, which can be used by concerned faculty to alert in helping and guiding their students for the students, and this will make them aware of their current course status also. For the scope and limitation of this project, so this project come up with a prediction model for pure lecture courses only for the meantime. Then at the amount of data that has been used for this is not that much as I usually do, because the implementation, the actual data that I gathered from the integrated system are actually coming from the partial implementation of the system. Okay, so the third scope and limitation is the application of data mining using decision tree algorithm. Okay, so in order to have to attain the objectives of the study, the researcher use the cross industry standard process data mining, which compose of different stages to utilize and undergo by the researcher to attain the goal of the study. So this cross industry standard process data mining methodology is that provides a well-structured data mining approach to plan a data mining project in the analytical processes and perspective approach. So in the given figure, these are the stages of or the life cycle of the cross-industry standard process data mining, which has been followed by the researcher to come up with a reliable and efficient model in order for the goal of the study will be attained. Okay, so for the data, so the data set for this study, used for this study are coming from or extracted from the information system or integrated information system that was partially implemented on the time. And those information system is actually almost the same with the Blackboard and Moodle. However, there are just few features of Model and Blackboard which is not present for the meantime of this integrated system. So actually, this integrated system has been developed by, of course, by me as my project from higher education. And the data that I gathered and used in predicting students to pass at the early stage of the semester are coming from here. So the information system that where data come from within the data set are composed of three major module: student grading system, test examination management, examination item analysis, and the three submodules such as faculty loading, curriculum, and outcome-based education syllabus or OBE syllabus. Then, for the contents of the data set that has been gathered from the database of the integrated system are are the class record ID, student ID, attendance prelim, attendance for midterm, class performance for prelim. So the class performance for prelim and midterm covers such as assignments, quizzes, projects, works, research, and other criteria that has been set aside inside the syllabus of the system. Then, so for this criteria to have it should be set per term inside the syllabus, so that every teacher has the same use the same subject criteria for the whole semester, to come up with the student grades and the student detailed performances. Then aside from class performance for prelim, we also have the same concept for class midterm performance. Right? So I also include exam prelim, exam midterm, and the remark, which is past. So if you observe, I only included a 9 data variables for this inside the data set, because I did not include, which also the question of some researcher, that why is it that I did not include the, let's say, the gender, the age, the status of the student, because the information that I have, the actual information that I have is this only, and doesn't include with the demographic history or background of each student. Then after the data set and presentation, the data mining model, so the data mining is actually very promising as new effective technique for decision making. Through education, data mining analysis, and discipline in developing methods and exploring the unique types of data from educational settings, and it's used for improvement of students, has been in a better way. So data mining techniques are applied in higher education more and more to give insights to educational and administrative problems in case of to increase managerial effectiveness. However, most educational mining research focus on modeling the students' performance. So data mining is a technique that can give inputs for teachers and the students in the university. So in this study, data mining technique is use classification. Classification is a scheme categorizing object of data set, and it uses that can classify a large amount of data. So under this mining technique also, this study applies decision tree algorithm to measure the predictions accuracy level. Okay? Then after that, we have here the evaluation of the data model that has been created as the main objective of this study. So in this stage of the study, the researcher evaluate the defined model in predicting the probabilities of the students to pass the course or the subject they take in the current semester as early as possible at the time frame of prelim at the midterm period only. So to evaluate the defined model, there are different activities to be considered, such as assessing the results toward the accurateness that the model brings towards the goal of the study, reviewing the process, which really help to determine whether the important task or factor of the processes has been accomplished or overlooked, and of course, determining the next steps to undergo once the model satisfied the goal. So in addition, The decision tree confusion matrix will be employed to measure the accuracy of the new model that has been produced of this study. Right? Then in order for this study to be deployed and fully implemented, the researcher use different open source technology for the creation of the information system, web information system, open source technology in terms of database, and Python programming for the data mining or data learning techniques and programming, and of course the use of Jupyter Notebook software, which used to analyze the data set, and obtain the measurement of accuracy of the discovered prediction model used in the study. Right? Then, for the research findings, so the prediction of the student's probability to pass his current course or subject taken at the early stage of the time frame of prelim and midterm period use and applied a single data set only. So this data set is data set used in the study. Wait, okay. So this is the result in order to test the model's performance. The confusion matrix has been used. Okay? Then classification result report. So this is the result of the prediction. So by the utilization of the model, the prediction of students' probabilities to pass the subject gives the measurement of 76.76 for the accuracy, 83% for 0.83 for the precision, 0.88 for the recall, and 0.86 for the score, which means that the determined model has good predictive ability. But if the data that has been within the data set will go higher, the number of accuracy here will go higher also. It is already proven with the different researches that the higher the data that you use in prediction, the more accuracy and precise the result of that model. Okay, so the conclusion, what will be the different conclusion here? So the discovery of new knowledge with the application of data mining by utilizing the wide range of data in the higher institution gives great advantages to the administrators and stakeholders in terms of future decision making, where the beneficiary of that is of course the students, and also improve the area of academics staff like faculty, for instance. So the early indicators towards students' probability to pass the subject help the institution's administrator to take timely action to guide and improve the student performance through extra coaching and counseling also. Then the study shows that the data mining are capable of providing an effective, innovative tool for analyzing and predicting student performance. And the model used in the study will greatly affect the way educators understand and identify the weakness of their students in class and the way they improve the effectiveness of their learning process, gearing to their students, bring down academic failure, and help the institution administrators to modify their learning outcome. So for the recommendation, the
Sorry,
researcher...
Anabella, I have to cut you because you have used up all 20 minutes.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Sorry, Anabella. Probably we cannot take any questions for Anabella. So if you would like to ask Anabella any questions, please post it on the chat, and Anabella could respond to you on the chat through the chat room. So sorry about that, Anabella. I have to keep the time.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.